Hey, Dustin Beasley here. Thought I would do a quick demo today of this one I've just finished. This has really kind of been a project in the making for almost a full year now. I had recently acquired some really cool vintage 50s hi-fi transformers that had purple end bells on them, and I'm like, man, these would be great for a tube amp, a tube guitar amp. Just the dynamic range and note separation and clarity you get with using hi-fi transformers, I think is really something special. But most people use those for hi-fi guitar or hi-fi amplifiers. So it's like, oh, guitar amp. It seems kind of like overkill, but it kind of inspired me to kind of do this thing. So I've built it in solid Purple Heart. That's a solid Purple Heart shell, faceplate, valance, everything. And the circuit I'm using today is based on the Trainwreck Express. So for anyone not familiar with the Express, it was an amp built by a man named Ken Fisher in the 80s in New Jersey, and they were kind of one of the early boutique amps. You see Brad Paisley, Joe Bonamassa use them a lot. Warren Haynes from Government Mule. Well, real Expresses are bringing $25,000, $30,000, $40,000. So this is kind of my take on that, but a few twists of my own. If you've ever played an Express, and probably I'm guessing most of y'all haven't, the amp is kind of difficult in that you have to plug it in and turn it up all the way, and it's really the magic that happens between the guitar and the amp, and using the volume knob on your guitar to really make it, really dynamic, really smooth, go from clean to mean. So that's not real practical, I feel like, in today's environment. So I've built this with a couple of other features added and some voicings to kind of, I guess, do my take on it. First thing is I've added a master volume, which works great. When the master volume is all the way up, it's out of circuit. So you can turn it all the way up and it works like a non-master volume amp. I've added a cut control from a Vox AC30. This is really good in working with the presence control to kind of shape the top end, the upper top end in the amp. Really cool feature. Bass mid-range treble with a you pull the treble control out, kind of thickens up the low mids, which is good for clean tones and kind of semi-dirty. And on the back of the amp is a switch to go from clean to aggressive, and I'll highlight what that does here in a sec. But with the output transformer it can do 2, 4, 8, or 16 ohm speaker loads. So you could literally plug this thing into a 410 Fender Super Reverb cabinet, and it would be matched up perfect. So it will match up with just about any speaker cab you can throw at it. It does about 40 watts dimed. Uses a pair of 6L6s and a 5U4 rectifier, 12AX7 preamp tubes throughout. And yeah, so that's kind of it on the quick and dirty specs. Now we'll do a quick demo of it. We'll start with kind of a clean tone. I'm using my Fender Tele here in the neck pickup, so let's see what that sounds like. So with the fat switch out, I think it's really good for clean tones. Has kind of a little bit of the scoot mid-range, like kind of a blackface Fender, which is cool. So this will be the bridge pickup clean. Okay, so that's clean tone. Now we'll kind of move it up to get to some kind of gritty tones. Right now I'm in the clean mode with the toggle switch on the back. So bring the master back, bring this volume up, and still in the bridge pickup. So kind of has a little bit of a tweedy vibe. Kind of low end is not. It's not super saggy, but it's kind of got this nice compressed. And the top end kind of has a really cool sizzle. Kind of reminds me of, what is that, Bang a Gong? Yeah, it's I don't know, it's really cool. Kind of that tweed Marshall kind of vibe to it. Also kind of reminds me of this little thing here. So yeah, kind of just with the clean mode, with the volume up some, it does a great kind of tweedy Marshall crunch. So we flip this back switch to the aggressive mode, and it gets bit more gain, quite a bit more gain, and the low end tends to really get boosted as well. So I turn the fat switch and push it in. But this is what that sounds like with bridge pickup. So rolling back on the volume still works. Does kind of this cool dynamic thing. So yeah, it's still has a bit of that. still has a little bit of that dynamic range, even with all that gain. So that's the aggressive channel. You can bring that back and get some interesting kind of shades of overdrive. Try a little bit with the neck pickup. Well, that's it. Hope you enjoyed that. If you have any questions about this amp, feel free to send me a message on Facebook. But it is for sale, so if you are interested in having an awesome piece of studio candy for your studio, or want something really awesome that does tweed Marshall tones for live use, this is the amp for you.